Welcome, Namaste Yogis. My name is Kimberley Roberts and I am founder of SolefulYin, a unique, really special blend of reflexology and Yin Yoga to stimulate, balance, and enhance the Meridian system and the organs of the body. Today, this is a really quick, short Yin Yoga sequence of only one pose to stimulate and balance the kidneys and the urinary bladder. So in Chinese medicine, if you're not quite familiar with what meridian lines are, they are energy channels, or think of them as like tiny little garden hoses that run throughout your body, and they link up to all of the organs. So for today, because we're working with the kidney and the bladder meridian lines, we're going to be stimulating directly those organs, okay, through this long-held yin pose. The pose that we're going to do is half dragonfly. So for the pose itself, I usually recommend that you have a block or two, especially if you're going to be folding forward. It's just nice to have a little bit of support for your head. And for the purposes, because this video is short, we're going to be holding for 2 minutes only. When you're at home, I encourage you and I invite you to hold a little bit longer. Maybe you might start off with a 2-minute time frame, especially if you're more new to the yin practice. But as you start to evolve and get really comfortable with these particular sequences of postures, then you can start to invite these longer holds so that you can directly more stimulate those meridian lines much quicker and with more ease. Okay, so we're going to start by coming over to about the center of the mat and take both your legs out in front of you. And this is where your blocks might be handy. If you're someone that is working with any injuries, say either through the knee or the hip, the block is a really great tool to have to be able to support an area that's injured. So we're going to start by keeping the left leg extended and draw the right foot in to the inside of that leg. Okay. If this knee's up real high or you're working with an injury, you can use the block underneath here just to keep yourself grounded, but also to just keep that hip and that knee stabilized, okay? If you're all right with that, then you can just leave the leg resting. I like to use my blocks in front so that as I fold forward, I'm able to rest my forehead there. Some of you may not even get to that point. You might be sitting upright, and this might be your half dragonfly, and that's great because you're still stimulating these meridian lines. Remember that with Yin Yoga, it's not about how you look. It's not the shape. It's the sensation that you're looking for, and it's that stimulation that you're looking for in those meridian lines, okay? If you're someone that's more comfortable from practicing Yin from a more physical or musculoskeletal perspective, we're working the connective tissues that open up the back of the body. So primarily hamstring, outer hips, maybe a little bit of the inner thigh on that right leg, depending on how tight you are, and of course your back, and the whole length of the back, especially as you fold forward. Okay, so if you're getting yourself some props, go ahead, set those up, and then take a nice long spine, and close your eyes. Just take a deep breath in, and take a long breath out. And then establish a nice rhythm to your breath, and maybe you start to explore folding. Maybe you just fold a little bit. Maybe you fold a little bit more. Just come to that first place where you feel some sensation, where you feel that pull behind the leg that's extended and through your back. And then rest there and stay connected to your breath. Because we're holding only for 2 minutes in this particular sequence, you might not find yourself moving into a next level. But I encourage you as you start to practice more regularly that as you start to find the sensations lessening and getting a little bit dull, then that's a great indication that you're ready to move a little bit more deeply in your posture. And as long as your breath is flowing and there's no restriction there, then you can take it to another level and go a little bit deeper. And those are your cues. Otherwise, you stay still in the posture and you allow the time to open up those meridian lines and to open up the connective tissue and the fascia that runs through your body. So we're heading into the last 30 seconds of the pose here. Start to be a little bit more mindful of your breath out and almost allow that inhalation to happen on its own. If you're one that's folding forward, just let your spine hang, let your shoulders round, and stay connected to your breath. And wherever you are in your breath cycle, empty out the breath completely. And then take a very deep breath in and slowly round yourself back up to a straight spine. And then exhale at the top. And then use your right hand to just draw your knee up and extend the leg out. And we're going to head right over to the other side. So drawing that left leg in and keeping the right leg extended. And again, have your props if you're using them. Keep your legs relaxed. Spine long to start with. Close the eyes. Drop the shoulders down. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, maybe you start to move. Maybe it's a little. Maybe it's a lot for you. Just find again that first place of sensation. And rest there with your breath. And we're heading into a little bit less than a minute left on this side. So again, focus on the exhalation. Allow it to deepen and allow it to lengthen, while inviting that inhalation to happen more organically and on its own with no awareness and no effort whatsoever. Again, wherever you are in your breath cycle, empty the breath completely. And then as you inhale, slowly guide your spine back up. Once you're at the top, exhale, let it go. And once again, take the left hand and extend the leg out. Give the legs maybe even a little bit of a shake. And there you have it, a great pose to stimulate and balance your kidney and bladder meridian lines. And of course, open up your back and your hamstrings. So from the light in me to the light in you, namaste.